feel like I'm a pawn in a game of chess I'm never going to win.
Mr. Berger,
Yeah.
can I speak for you? I don't know what you have written, but all I can say is I apologize for this board. I apologize for administration. I apologize for the director, because what I believe is happening here is all politics. It's wrong. You have I'm witnessed by the students that have come up and have spoken, not about just your teaching, but about your methods, how you teach kids to respect the underdog or sit with the lonely person. Those are more than just teaching social studies. And you've proven that through the children that have come here and spoken about you. All of this has turned, no one has paid any attention to anything other than trying to degrade you, demoralize you.
They failed.
None of which is true.
They failed. And they'll continue.
Well, they will fail because the truth does come out. And thank God for video, because I hope this goes viral. Because what has happened this past year to you as an individual, as a human being, is disgraceful, disrespectful, something I've never seen in 20 years. Never have I ever seen anything like this in 20 years. I have no friends when it comes to the community. I stand on you, no friends when it comes to our community. I'll say whatever I believe is right, and you are right. Do you have a temper? I don't know, but I know that your counterpart had a temper. Only proven.
That's not the issue.
It's not the issue. The issue is, makes no difference what the issue is. It's politics, it's wrong, and I apologize.
That's all right. I mean, all that stuff that was made up was all fabrication of people. I don't know, no good. All that stuff was all fabrication of people that just didn't like my decision. Some had personal interest involved in it, and they just didn't like what I did. But by contract, I have the right, and I was compensated for what I did. And I took a nice trip to Disney with my family, and it was a great time. And I do appreciate all those involved and allowed that to happen. The reason why I'm here tonight is to discuss the January 23rd Board of Education meeting. At this meeting, several parents spoke in reference to the teacher's contract and specifically to the process of hiring coaches. What was surprising to many, including myself, was the response by two of the Board of Education trustees who specifically stated they did not agree with the portion of the contract that dealt with the issue of hiring of coaches from within the contractual unit. It is their opinion, I do respect that. As a teacher, coach, union member, and union representative for my building, that type of rhetoric causes me great concern. At this meeting, a specific Board of Education trustee stated that the contract requires the district to hire a qualified individual who has met the minimum requirements set forth by the contract. This trustee also stated that they are charged with upholding the contract, and if a teacher and an outside applicant apply for such position, that it must go to the teacher. Apparently that's not always the case. It was the case when it came to the cheerleading position several years ago, but not the situation that occurred last year and the year before with my baseball position. One must be remembered or think, why is that allowed to happen? In another conversation, a separate Board of Education trustee was discussing the process of negotiations with a parent. He is quoted as saying, "If it changes to a card, it always comes down to numbers." I find that line very interesting. In my quest, and it's been a long one, to attain a baseball position, I had over 100 letters of support sent to central office. Again, nobody paid attention to those letters.
You're absolutely right.
Over the last several years, I heard the terms most qualified individual, best person for the job, best interest of the kids thrown out by members of the Board of Education and administration. What does that mean? I would like to think that a qualified candidate is one who chaperones events, one who tutors our students, one who pilots educational programs for the district, and one who gives their time to better the community for over 19 years. Maybe this isn't the case. Maybe coaching baseball in the district for 19 years is not a qualified candidate. Most recently, I applied for the varsity baseball position and I was denied. It did not come as a surprise to me, but I was left to question why. Of the applicants, I was the most qualified for the position. Actually, I was the only candidate who coached varsity baseball that applied for that position. So I have to ask, how does the district determine who's most qualified? I mean, the process is never the same. The first time I applied for the baseball position, I was given an interview, which lasted for 2 minutes. Again, the last year when I applied for the baseball position, there was no interview given, nor was there one given this year. Again, inconsistent measures. Also, I applied for the JV position that closed on January 24th. There were only 2 in-house applicants, myself and one other teacher, who informed me that he pulled his application when he found out that I applied. If putting the kids first is something that the Board of Education and administration believes in, why have I still not heard from the appointment as of yet? I'm the only person who applied for both the 7th and 8th grade baseball job and the JV baseball job. Practices should be going on, conditioning for the boys should have already started. Finally, at an August 23rd meeting last year, a parent made allegations that he was involved in a conversation that outlined my removal from coaching within the district. He stated that he heard a member of administration state I would never coach varsity baseball, yet alone coach again in the district. I always wonder if that conversation actually occurred. With the most recent decisions, I tend to think it did. I will always be remembered as a good coach if I don't coach here again. Not one who hung around way past his prime, chasing down a selfish goal that will not be remembered 10 years from now. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I have a question for you, Mr. Burke. I just want to make sure I heard you right. When you came to the mic, were you bragging that you took Connecticut District's taxpayers' money?
Well, I'm glad that you
And went
brought
on
that
a
up,
trip?
mister. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Money that you didn't earn?
Let him
Money
answer
that,
the question.
is it normally
Well,
your
stop.
role
Let him
to
answer it.
interrupt people when they're trying to answer?
You
Because I'm trying to give you an answer right now. I'm trying to rebuttal.
Great, go
and-
ahead.
Are you done?
Please,
Are you
interrupt.
done now?
Am I done?
Can I continue now?
When I stop, that's when we'll know you're done. I
Let him
know.
answer.
You may have misinterpreted my reaction to it, which seems to be a theme in the district. My response was, after a year and a half of allegations that were spoken about by many members who were sitting up here right now, accusing me of illegal gambling. And mind you, I foiled all of the information from the district about any allegation that was made for me. And you know what? There was not one piece of information in there about an allegation that was made of gambling in there. I was also accused of inappropriate contact and language with another coach in the district. Lo and behold, I foiled that information, and there was no information found whatsoever. So these allegations came out of nowhere. My family's name was dragged through the mud, and again, no one had the common decency after the fact to apologize for what happened. There was zero evidence. So when I sit here and say, for a year and a half, I got blasted, but came to school every day and did the best job that I could, and went above and beyond and still was a good trooper, even though my name was being trashed, yes, I take great pride in the fact that you contacted me about a settlement. 100%. I didn't contact you.
I didn't contact you.
The Board of Education...
We wouldn't have had to settle if everything was done the right way.
Absolutely,
You accepted
100%.
it.
And yes, that vacation was a great trip for my family because I think I deserved it after what I went through.
Money that you didn't earn. That's your money.
Because you prevented it. That's why the district prevented it from happening. I'm not going to get in conversation
Mr.
with that.
Berger,
Yes.
the first time I met you was with a ceremony that was given at OBMS.
Which I attend every year.
And I said, who is this man? Because when you spoke about those kids, it was with love, integrity, and your heart was there. Then I got to witness you in action in a classroom. And I left that classroom saying, oh my God, I want more. Because the way you engaged with everybody and the love you have for social studies, I can't even imagine the love you have for baseball. And if they're even comparable, anybody who's in your presence is lucky to be there.
You know what? I look at it this way. It doesn't matter. I made a decision that angered people, some of them personally, and it's going to be held against me for as long as I'm here. There's nothing I can do
Well, I
about that.
commend you for the things I've been exposed to.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Everyone, 30 minutes is up. We have another public comment session at the end, but 30 minutes is up, so we have to move on.